Together for a baby crying contest in Japan.
Despite the mayhem and destruction that he's caused the city over the past 70 years, Tokyo has named Godzilla as a special ambassador of tourism.
Perpetual perception that foreigners have of the Japanese is that we have bad or crooked teeth.
Now, a Japanese business is cashing in on this question and opened the country's very first Cuddle Cafe last year.
From crying companions to futuristic sleeping pods, Japan is home to a variety of unique and sometimes bizarre experiences that defy expectations. Have you ever thought about hiring a handsome weeping boy to wipe away your tears at work? Or stepping into a capsule hotel that feels like something out of a sci-fi movie? Well, join us as we explore these and more weird and wonderful aspects of Japanese culture. Number 20. Vending machines aren't just for snacks and drinks. Japan is the king of vending machines. They're everywhere. With over 5 million vending machines across the country, you can find them on almost every street corner. That's about one vending machine for every 23 people, which is insane. Why so many? Well, Japan's high population density and pricey real estate mean that traditional stores aren't always practical. It's easier and more space efficient to stick a vending machine on the sidewalk than to open up a store. And what do these machines sell? Everything. Sure, you'll find snacks and drinks, but you can also buy some really unexpected stuff like sushi socks and bottled flying fish. Yep, they sell those too. And believe it or not, you can even buy used underwear from vending machines in Japan. Number 19. Handsome weeping boys. In Japan, there's a unique service where you can hire a handsome weeping boy to comfort you when you're feeling emotional. This service costs around 7,900 yen, which is about $65. These guys come to your workplace or wherever you are and gently wipe away your tears. If you're having trouble crying, they'll even sit with you and watch sad videos until the tears come. The company offering this service, Imio Dani, has an online selection of these tear wipers. Some of them have quirky methods, like one who uses a toothbrush to wipe tears, which might suit different people's preferences. Crying together like this is a new experience you can buy in Japan. It used to be something intimate you'd only do with close friends or maybe a romantic partner, but now it's a service you can purchase. Number 18. Futuristic capsule hotels. When you're in Japan and find yourself stranded late at night without a train to catch and can't afford a regular hotel, there's another option: capsule hotels. These are like futuristic sleeping pods that offer just enough privacy. They were first designed by architect Kisho Kurokawa back in 1979 in Osaka. Inside these capsule hotels, the design is simple. They're stacked pods that are compact, just enough space for a bed and a little room to sit up. Despite their small size, they've become a must-try experience for many travelers visiting Japan. Number 17. Love hotels. Now, these hotels offer rooms for short stays, usually rented by the hour. They're popular among couples who want privacy for intimate moments. The concept of love hotels started in the late 1960s and grew during Japan's economic boom. Love hotels are not just places for secret meetings, they have become part of Japanese culture. Some have themed rooms decorated like jungles, fairy tales, or even featuring popular characters like Hello Kitty. These themed hotels cater to all kinds of tastes and preferences, making them a unique option for couples looking to celebrate their love in a special way. Ultimately, these quirks and innovations contribute to making Japan not just a destination, but an unforgettable journey where the blending of tradition and modernity creates an experience unlike anywhere else in the world. So, the next time you find yourself in Japan, consider diving into these unique cultural sides to truly appreciate the depth and diversity of this remarkable country. Number 16. Cuddle cafes. Cuddle cafes, or swen cafes, in Japan offer a unique service where customers pay for the experience of cuddling and sleeping next to a complete stranger in a non-sexual, intimate setting. Originating in Tokyo's Akihabara district in 2012, these cafes provide various services such as basic cuddling, lap pillows, hand-holding, and gentle hair or backstroking. The environment is designed to be safe, clean, and relaxing with private rooms. Strict rules are ensured to maintain professionalism and respect, emphasizing that all interactions are non-sexual and consensual. The concept of cuddle cafes addresses several psychological and social needs, particularly in a fast-paced, high-stress society where loneliness and social isolation are common. Additionally, cuddlers usually provide empathetic listening, offering emotional support and a safe space for customers to express their feelings. Despite this, cuddle cafes have faced controversy and criticism. Critics argue that these establishments commercialize human intimacy and may reflect deeper societal issues related to emotional disconnection, but supporters believe that cuddle cafes fulfill a genuine need for human contact and comfort, highlighting the importance of physical touch and emotional support in enhancing overall well-being. In addition to napping, customers can order services ranging from girl pats customer on the back to stroking the girl's hair for 3 minutes. Creepy or curious, you decide. It's undoubtedly weird, but still brings in the money, so is it really odd? Number 15. Game shows. Japanese game shows are known for their eccentricity and unconventional challenges that captivate audiences with a blend of humor, suspense, and sometimes outright absurdity. Shows like Gaki no Tsukai push comedians through humiliating tasks and absurd games, such as the infamous No Laughing Batsu game, where failing to maintain composure results in hilarious severe punishments like being splashed with water or hit with bats. These segments highlight Japan's unique approach to comedy and entertainment, where physical discomfort and embarrassment become sources of laughter. Takeshi's Castle, another iconic show, features contestants navigating through extreme obstacle courses filled with oversized props and bizarre challenges. Host Takeshi Kitano's deadpan commentary adds to the humor as contestants attempt to overcome obstacles like giant foam boulders and slippery surfaces over water. The show's format emphasizes physical humor and the absurdity of the tasks, creating a show that draws viewers in with its unpredictability and over-the-top scenarios. Would you participate and run away from big boulders being rolled down at you? Number 14. Square watermelons.
The unique square-shaped watermelon is famous in Zentsuji, Kagawa Prefecture, Japan. People enjoy looking at it rather than eating it.
Expensive square watermelons are a unique and luxury agricultural product originating from Japan. Unlike traditional round watermelons, these square-shaped fruits are grown in special molds or containers during the early stages of their growth. The molds force the watermelon to grow into a square shape, creating a distinct and eye-catching appearance. They are usually given as luxurious presents or purchased for decorative purposes, especially during gift-giving seasons and special occasions such as weddings or holidays. Their unique shape and high price tag appeal to consumers looking for exclusive and unusual gifts that symbolize luxury and status. Their shape makes them easier to stack and store compared to round watermelons, optimizing space efficiency in stores and during shipping. What a unique item! How many would you buy? Number 13. Ramen noodle bath. In Japan, the ramen noodle bath is a quirky and indulgent spa treatment offered by certain hot springs resorts. Known as ramen nabe, this unique bathing experience involves soaking in a bathtub filled with pork-based broth, usually seasoned with soy sauce and topped with noodles made from synthetic materials that resemble real ramen noodles. The broth is kept warm throughout the bath, creating a relaxing and aromatic environment reminiscent of a traditional ramen soup bowl. The concept behind the ramen noodle bath combines the soothing properties of hot springs with the playful appeal of Japan's beloved noodle dish. Despite its novelty, the ramen noodle bath is not widely available and is typically offered as a limited time promotion at select hot spring resorts in Japan. It attracts curious tourists and locals alike who are eager to try something out of the ordinary while enjoying the therapeutic benefits of hot spring bathing. Would you happily accept marinating in soup? Number 12. Non-melting ice cream. In Japan, there is a unique type of ice cream known as Kanazawa ice, which gained attention for its unusual property of not melting like traditional ice cream. This ice cream is created using a special ingredient called polyphenol liquid extracted from strawberries. The polyphenol liquid forms a protective barrier around the ice cream, preventing it from melting quickly even when exposed to heat or room temperature. The process of making Kanazawa ice involves dipping regular ice cream into a bath of the polyphenol liquid, which forms a coating around the ice cream. This coating acts as a thermal insulator, keeping the ice cream cold and solid for a longer period compared to traditional ice cream. As a result, consumers can enjoy their ice cream leisurely without worrying about it melting and creating a mess. While Kanazawa ice has garnered attention for its innovative approach to preserving ice cream, it remains a niche product available at select locations in Japan. Number 11. Baby crying contest. In Japan, the Naki Sumo, or baby crying contest, is a traditional event held annually at various temples and shrines across the country. This centuries-old ritual is based on the belief that crying babies bring good health and fortune. During the event, babies are dressed in colorful traditional garments and brought before a sumo referee. The goal is to coax the babies into crying loudly for long periods of time, as it is believed that the louder and longer they cry, the more likely they are to ward off evil spirits and ensure their healthy growth. Participants, typically infants under 1 year old, are encouraged by their parents or guardians who may make funny faces, use toys, or gently shake them to trigger cries. Judges, usually sumo wrestlers or local celebrities, oversee the contest and determine winners based on factors like the volume and duration of the baby's cries. Beyond its superstitious roots, the contest also serves as a community gathering where families come together to share in the joy of their children's participation. Definitely the best alarm. Maybe. Number 10. Godzilla being an official citizen. In 2015, the iconic fictional monster Godzilla was officially recognized as an honorary citizen of Tokyo, Japan. This honorary citizenship was bestowed upon Godzilla by the Tokyo Ward of Shinjuku, where a special ceremony was held to commemorate the occasion. The decision to honor Godzilla in this way was part of a promotional campaign for the 2016 film Shin Godzilla, directed by Hideaki Anno and Shinji Higuchi, which featured Godzilla wreaking havoc in Tokyo once again. The ceremony itself was a light-hearted affair, with a large Godzilla head towering over officials and fans gathered to celebrate. The mayor of Shinjuku Ward presented a certificate of residency to Godzilla, acknowledging its symbolic status as a beloved cultural icon and ambassador for the city. This gesture not only highlighted Tokyo's playful embrace of popular culture, but also highlighted Godzilla's enduring significance in Japanese cinema and global popular culture. The honorary citizenship of Godzilla in Tokyo exemplifies Japan's unique blend of tradition and modernity, where fictional characters can hold symbolic importance in society. What a life to share your home with the one and only. Number 9. People Pusher. The professional people pusher, known as oshiya, refers to individuals hired during rush hours at crowded train stations in Japan to push and pack commuters into overcrowded trains. This unique occupation originated out of necessity in the densely populated urban centers like Tokyo, where trains can become extremely packed during peak travel times. The oshiya's role is to ensure that as many people as possible can fit into the train cars, usually by physically pushing passengers into the already overcrowded spaces. They use their hands, sometimes with the aid of white gloves, to gently but firmly guide people into the train compartments, ensuring that doors can close and the train can depart on schedule. While the concept may seem unusual to outsiders, it reflects Japan's commitment to efficiency and order, even in the face of overwhelming commuter volumes. The oshiya's work is highly organized and respectful, showcasing the importance of maintaining a smooth and safe transit experience for everyone involved. Number 8. Kawaii culture. Kawaii culture in Japan refers to a cultural phenomenon centered around the concept of cuteness. It shows various aspects of Japanese society, influencing fashion, entertainment, food, and even social behavior. The term kawaii originally means cute or adorable, but its cultural significance goes beyond mere aesthetics. It embodies a broader sense of innocence, charm, and appeal that is deeply ingrained in Japanese pop culture. One of the most visible manifestations of kawaii culture is in fashion, where styles usually feature pastel colors, frilly designs, and cartoonish motifs. The Lolita fashion subculture, for instance, embraces Victorian-inspired clothing with elaborate bows and lace, emphasizing a doll-like appearance. Brands like Hello Kitty and Pokemon highlight the commercial aspect of kawaii culture, with their cute characters and merchandise appealing to both children and adults alike. Kawaii extends beyond appearance and products. It also influences social interactions and behavior. Expressions of politeness and humility are usually conveyed in a softer, more gentle manner, reflecting the kawaii ideal of being non-threatening and approachable. This cultural norm can be seen in the use of high-pitched voices and exaggerated facial expressions in communication, particularly among younger generations. Embracing kawaii is not just about aesthetics, but also about embracing a mindset that values cuteness as a source of joy and comfort in an increasingly complex world. It is such a kawaii compliment too. Number 7. No trash cans. In Japan, the scarcity of public trash cans is an aspect of urban planning and cultural norms. Unlike many other countries where trash cans are abundant in public spaces, especially near transit stations and tourist areas, Japan has significantly fewer bins available for public use. One reason for the scarcity of trash cans is the emphasis on personal responsibility and etiquette. Japanese society places a strong emphasis on individuals taking responsibility for their own waste and carrying it until they find an appropriate place to dispose of it. This cultural expectation helps maintain cleanliness in public spaces and reduces the need for constant maintenance and cleaning of trash cans. Additionally, Japan's efficient waste management system plays a role in the limited presence of public trash cans. Waste is carefully sorted into categories such as burnable, non-burnable, and recyclable items with designated collection days and strict guidelines for disposal. While the scarcity of public trash cans may initially seem inconvenient to visitors accustomed to more readily available disposal options, it aligns with Japan's commitment to cleanliness, environmental, and social responsibility. Visitors are encouraged to follow local customs by carrying their trash until they find appropriate disposal facilities, so better hold on to your ice cream wrapper until you're home. Number 6. Blue traffic lights. In Japan, the use of what appear to be blue traffic lights instead of the more commonly recognized green ones has historical roots. Traditionally, the Japanese language made less distinction between blue, AO, and green, Midori, with AO historically describing a range of colors including green. Over time, while Midori came to specifically represent green, the older usage of AO persisted, influencing how colors are described and perceived in various contexts, including traffic signals. When traffic lights were first introduced in Japan, the green lights chosen had a bluish hue. This decision was made to align with international standards while respecting traditional Japanese color terminology. As a result, the bluish-green lights became the norm and have continued to be used in modern traffic systems. The distinct bluish-green color also serves a practical purpose by helping to differentiate the go signal from other lights and signs in Japan's busy urban environments. In the crowded streets of Japanese cities, having a unique shade ensures that traffic signals are easily recognizable by drivers and pedestrians, ensuring safety and efficiency. Number 5. Polite noodle slurping. In Japanese dining culture, particularly when enjoying noodle dishes like ramen or udon, polite noodle slurping is not just accepted but usually encouraged. The act of slurping noodles, usually accompanied by a gentle su-su sound, serves multiple purposes beyond table manners. It helps to cool down hot noodles to a more palatable temperature and enhances the overall sensory experience by aerating the noodles and mixing them with the flavorful broth or sauce. This technique allows diners to fully appreciate the combination of textures and flavors in each bite, contributing to a more enjoyable dining experience. Moreover, slurping noodles in Japan is seen as a sign of appreciation and enjoyment of the meal. It is a verbal expression of satisfaction in other cultures, indicating to the chef and restaurant staff that the food is delicious and well prepared. In this sense, polite noodle slurping is not only socially acceptable, but also a cultural practice that creates a connection between diners and the food they are consuming. While slurping noodles may seem noisy or disruptive in some cultures, it is considered normal and even polite in Japanese dining settings, especially in casual eateries like ramen shops. It reflects a cultural attitude that values the act of eating as a communal and sensory experience, where expressing enjoyment through sound is as important as through taste. For visitors to Japan, embracing this aspect of dining etiquette can enhance their understanding and appreciation of Japanese culinary traditions. Number 4. No 4. In Japanese culture, the number 4, pronounced as shi, is usually associated with superstitions and considered unlucky. This belief stems from the fact that shi sounds similar to the word for death in Japanese, which is shi. As a result, the number 4 is sometimes avoided or treated with caution in various aspects of daily life, similar to how the number 13 is viewed in Western cultures. For instance, in many Japanese hospitals, hotel floors, and apartment buildings, the number 4 is usually skipped in numbering, just like how some Western buildings skip the 13th floor. Elevators might not have a button labeled 4, and rooms or apartments may not have a number containing the digit 4. In addition to its association with death, the number 4 is also sometimes avoided in gift giving because it can be seen as inauspicious. For example, gifts are usually given in sets of 3 rather than 4 to avoid any negative connotations associated with the number. Overall, the cultural significance of the number 4 in Japan highlights the country's deep-rooted beliefs in symbolism and superstition, influencing everyday practices and social norms in subtle yet significant ways. Wonder what could happen if there's a family of 4? Number 3. World's shortest escalator. The world's shortest escalator is a quirky attraction located in Moore's department store in Kawasaki, Japan. Standing at just 5 steps tall and spanning a mere 32.8 inches or 83.4 centimeters in height, this escalator holds the Guinness World Record for being the shortest functional escalator in the world. Despite its small size, it operates like any other escalator, moving shoppers between floors within the department store's basement. Visitors to Moore's department store usually are stunned by this peculiar escalator, which has gained international fame for its novelty and efficiency in such a small space. Its inclusion in the Guinness World Records highlights Japan's penchant for innovation and efficiency, even in everyday conveniences like escalators. Tourists and locals alike visit the store not only to shop, but also to experience this unique piece of engineering. Its presence highlights how Japan combines practicality with creativity, creating memorable experiences for visitors who appreciate both the technological marvel and the playful charm of the world's shortest escalator. Or maybe it is the more accommodating aspect for senior citizens who cannot climb stairs. Japan really is ahead. Number 2. Crooked teeth. In Japan, crooked or uneven teeth, known as yaiba, have become a distinctive fashion trend and cultural trend. Unlike the Western preference for perfectly aligned teeth achieved through orthodontic treatments, many in Japan find yaiba charming and attractive. This aesthetic is particularly associated with a youthful and somewhat mischievous appearance, usually considered more natural and approachable than perfectly straight teeth. The popularity of yaiba can be traced back to Japanese pop culture influences, where celebrities and models with prominent yaiba have been celebrated for their unique and unconventional beauty. This trend has also been reinforced through media portrayals and advertising campaigns that highlight the attractiveness of natural imperfections and individuality. Moreover, the acceptance of yaiba as a fashion statement reflects broader cultural values in Japan, such as the appreciation for authenticity and embracing one's natural features. It symbolizes a departure from rigid beauty standards towards a more inclusive definition of attractiveness that values character and uniqueness over conventional ideals of perfection. While the yaiba trend may seem unconventional to outsiders, its popularity highlights Japan's diverse and evolving beauty norms. It serves as a reminder that beauty, in Japanese culture as elsewhere, is usually subjective and influenced by social and cultural factors that celebrate individuality and personal expression. A beautiful thought. Number 1. Hikikomori hermits. Hikikomori, a term originating in Japan, describes a situation where individuals withdraw from society and live in isolation, typically within their homes or rooms for an extended period. This withdrawal is usually driven by intense social pressures, psychological stresses, or a combination of factors such as academic or work-related challenges, family expectations, and mental health issues like anxiety or depression. The hikikomori lifestyle involves not only physical seclusion, but also psychological withdrawal from social interactions and responsibilities, making reintegration into society challenging. In Japan, hikikomori has raised significant concerns due to its impact on individuals' mental health, family dynamics, and broader societal implications. Families of hikikomori individuals usually struggle with feelings of guilt, helplessness, and uncertainty about how to support their loved ones effectively. Efforts to address hikikomori include psychological counseling, community outreach programs, and family support networks. While hikikomori is most commonly associated with Japan, similar patterns of social withdrawal have been observed in other countries, indicating that this issue is not unique to Japanese society. This highlights the complex interplay between individual psychological well-being, cultural expectations, and societal pressures. Japan's mix of old traditions and new ideas creates amazing and unusual things found only there. Even in this weirdness, we can see the country's rich culture and history. Though these might be weird for us, they are the norm in Japan.